And this is my review for Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Blurr. I was going to review the animated Dinobots one after the other, starting with Slag, going to Swoop, and then to Grimlock, but sadly my Swoop's head no longer fits on its ball joint, but I'm going to get a new one soon, so it should be up sometime in the near future. In the meantime, I thought I'd review Animated Blurr because I kept him up on a shelf for a while and kind of forgot how good he is, but I took him down a couple of days ago and I just realized how very good it is. In fact, I take back what I said about animated True Colors Shockwave. He's my personal favorite animated figure, but I think overall of the line, the one figure you want to get is Blurr, because for two reasons. One, Blurr's a really great character, and this is a really good looking Blurr. And number two is that he can fit into animated, yes, but I think he could also work as a classics Blurr. He's a really, really nice figure. I'll get that right out of the way. I really, really dig this guy. I do have 3 complaints about him, though, and I think most of them are in car mode. One is both mode thing, but in car mode, these back wheels do not rotate. They're a solid piece with a little wheel in the middle of them, so they do roll, but they don't roll as one piece like this front wheel does. I kind of see why they did that, because they do form his feet in robot mode. I think that would have been really hard to do, and have a rolling wheel in it at the same time. But sadly, that also does make him roll to the side a little. Sometimes he'll roll straight, but most of the time he doesn't. Which is okay, but I still would have liked it if he could roll completely straight. I guess you could hold him and just roll him along, but still. And my third complaint is this extending saw. Well, I do think the spring-loaded gimmick is pretty cool. There's a little button right here that you push to activate it. I would have liked it if it was actually a fold-out saw. Because, as you can see, the spring is a little bit loose and it does flop a little. It's not too bad in car mode, because in car mode, when you lay it down, it stays completely straight, but in robot mode, when you're posing it, it does tend to hang down a little. But anyway, I guess that's about it for car mode. To transform it, I guess you want to go ahead and flip these feet up, like that. Then detach them from the rear. Then you want to kind of wiggle these pieces and get them to maneuver, so that the shield can come off. Go ahead and extend the saw. Then down here, you want to kind of bring these down. Then you want to lift these up just enough so that the legs can straighten out like that. Again, lift them up, straighten out the legs like that. Then you want to unhook his arms from the cab of the car. Then you want to rotate him around like that. Then you want to flip this down. You can do that first if you want. I usually do it now because it's easier to. Then you want to rotate his legs down like this. And then most people would go ahead and flip his feet inward. I usually don't do that. I think it looks better having a almost full blue leg with the feet and with the red light on the toes, rather than just have his feet out like this. And besides, that kind of looks anatomically incorrect because his foot is facing inward. I think they look better like this. Then you can, if you want, plug those in, but I find that does limit his articulation. And a nice thing that they did add, and I'm not sure if this is just on mine, but these rods that hold his arms in place are just solid enough so that they can stand out like this, and you can get him in some pretty dynamic poses. Then you want to rotate this back, bring his arm around, like that. Just get him to stand. And there you have Animated Blurr. Posability, does have ball jointed shoulders, swivel here, ball joint here, head goes up and down. If you leave these untabbed, they can go up and down a lot. They can also go in and out a little bit. If you have them tabbed in, it's just a ball jointed shoulder. Legs are on ball joints. Knee bends. Foot rotates, obviously. These are unlimited ball joints. Back here, it's a little bit more free just due to the fact that the thing that the ball joint plugs into is bigger. So you can get them in some pretty dynamic poses like that. You can also, there's a little hole right here, plug his saw in. Like that. And there you can see my complaint about the floppy saw blade. But yeah, just a really nice figure. Definitely worth the money. I know he's a little rare nowadays, at least where I live. But he's really worth it. Go look for him. He's a really good figure. Like I said, probably the best animated figure overall. And there you have it. Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Blurr. Happy holidays, and please subscribe.